there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save. We've got a few more weeks of this before FM20 drops, and we are going to get straight back into this series, and we're going to do a little bit of a catch-up, get back involved, and we're going to play you one game today, and that's, as you can see on screen, against Manchester City, whose fortunes have been upturned by the arrival of Jurgen Klopp to the club. As always, if you're enjoying the series, go down below and hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. Now let's get into this roundup. And now, since we last met against Valencia, gone on a little bit of a run, played quite a few Midlands clubs and given them absolute tankings in each of the games. We went away to a cold and haily Stoke City and beat them 6-1 at the Bet365 Stadium. Larison with a brace, Fetiarp with a brace, Henrique and Antonio Marin scoring the goals. Del Fry getting a consolation for Stoke, and a relatively good win there. Larison's on a bit of a tear at the minute, 9.4 for him there, and he shows up in these latter games as well. We then got to the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. Highly rotated side in this one, but went to the Hawthorns and beat them 5-2. Van der Herst, coming back from injury, picked up a goal, as did Moise Keane, who picked up a brace. Lewis Cook and Paul Davis rounding off the scoring. Dejan Jovelevic scoring the goals for West Brom, but 5-2 win away at the Hawthorns. We then stayed in the Midlands, as I said, 3 away games very close together, if you know your kind of Premier League geography, and we went to Villa Park and beat them 4-1. So masses of goals in these 3 games against the Midlands teams, and a 4-1 win. Marquez, Raul Liete, Larison and Arno van der Horst all scoring the goals with relative ease, to be fair. They did actually take the lead again with Nicholas Eliasson scoring the goal there after 2 minutes, but came back strong and beat them 4-1. And then a trickier away tie against Southampton, who are in the top 10 positions in the league, and Moise Keane, 20 minutes from time, scoring the goal. I say he's coming slowly back in to full fitness, and a bit of a rotated side because we play Southampton literally 2 days before this game against City, and as you can see, people like Van Zenten, Bevis, Lewis Cook is in there, and also people like Keane and Van der Herst to pick up a little bit of game time. Van der Herst not having the best of games against Southampton. And now if you have a look at the league table, as you can see, we are ahead of Tottenham by 8 points. West Ham a further 5 points behind Spurs, with United and City 4th and 5th respectively on 35 points, with Brighton just coming up on the same points, but goal difference or goals scored splitting Brighton and City. Leicester on 34 points, Southampton in 8th, Liverpool in 9th, Chelsea in 10th, and Arsenal slowly finding their feet again and back up to 12th. That's how the league looks. We've also got some players in and around the top player stats. Van der Herst is on 10 goals for the season. He's had a really good start to this season, start to the campaign, and as you can see, 10 goals, 14 starts in the league on a 7.35. Also makes it in the top 5 or 6 players at the top of the average ratings. But Telly is there on a 7.65 in, fantastic for us at right back, his second full season here at the club. Marin is back on song here after a couple of years with injuries. He's joined second in the assist, but only behind Marco Asensio on 10. Larison, good season for him so far. He's on a bit of a purple patch, and 4 player of the matches only behind Jadon Sancho and Garcia, as you can see there. And Christian's our young goalkeeper, 1 behind Jack Butland with the most clean sheets. Now we have had our Champions League knockout stage drawn as well, and we'll face Porto. So Porto are the team that we're going to be facing in that competition, and yeah, looking forward to that one in the latter rounds. We've got Wigan in the 3rd round. We won't bring you that game. We will bring you the City game, because they've seen themselves go from about mid-table up to those European places pretty quickly. And as for the Carabao Cup, we're in the semi-final, and the first day we play at St James's Park, and we will play Southampton in that one. They're gave us a tough game in the league last time out. So hopefully that'll be a equally good matchup there, and we could do the quadruple with the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup going alongside the league this season. Also, we have sold a player, and that player is James Maddison. We weren't playing him; he just wasn't fitting into the new system we've got. And Chelsea came in and offered us £51 million, and I kind of snapped the hands off, and we're going to get rid of the £130,000 wage, and we're getting a little bit of profit made on the sale as well. We bought him in for £23 million, one of our first big signings in this save, and we're going to pretty much double our money on that one as well. Been a fantastic servant for us in all the stages of the save, and he's won a hell of a lot with us as well. Won a couple of Premier Leagues, couple of Cup World Championships, couple of Champions Leagues, and all in all, been a fantastic servant for the club. We thank you very much, James Maddison, but he's on his way, and he will join Chelsea in January. Now, I think that is everything caught up, and we are ready and raring to go for this game against City. So as I said, we played a little bit of a rotated side against Southampton away from home, and that kind of continues with the lineup that goes up against City today. We've got Christian's in goal, keeps his place. We've got Tellier at right back, Davis, Boccone and Luis Enrique are the back line. In the middle three, we've got Maya, Teixeira and Larison. On the right is Mbolo. On the left is Antonio Marin, and up top is Fetiarp. On the bench, Bevis, Bilal, Raul Liete, Cook, Edimar, Keane and Van der Hurst. Marquez is out. He's out for a couple of weeks with a virus, and Will Perry picked up a little bit of a knock in training, and he's out for about a week as well. So not all bad. We're kind of fighting fit on all fronts, and going for 4 trophies this year, and hopefully tick off that treble this time out just before we wrap up for FM20. But let's get into this one and only game today, City at St James's Park. Let's see what they're bringing to the home of the Magpies. So they're lining up with a 4-2-3-1. They've got Edison in goal still. Danilo, Skriniar, Marie and Bimbao are the back line. Fulga and Kovacic in the middle of midfield. Bailey on the left, Bob Blow on the right, and Lucas Paqueta in behind. Lautaro Martinez on the bench. They've got Kieran Tierney, Kevin De Bruyne, Goebbels, Artur, Milinkovic and Gabriel Jesus. So real strength and depth in this City side. And now with Jurgen Klopp at the helm at City, they could push us close with a second half of the season surge in the league. Let's get into this one. Big game here at St James's Park. Newcastle versus Man City. And we're 2 minutes in, and the first action from this game, we try and go long to Mbola, but Bimbao cuts the ball out there, but Lorison with a great tackle. Now he drives forward from the box-to-box midfielder role. Marin into the far post, can't beat there. Myers on the edge, and he fires over Arp and Mbola at the back post. If that had a little bit more on the cross from Marin, we score there. It's unlucky, but we're coming into the first 15 minutes, and it's 0-0. Lucas Paqueta, free kick, goes for goal, and Christians keeps that ball out. Tellier gets the ball clear. Very cagey start from both sides, and that's nowhere near going over. Still 0-0. Enrique throws the ball in to Teixeira, and back to the left back, Maya now in that advanced playmaker role. Gets the ball back from Teixeira, finds Fetiarp. He's got Marin on the overlap, goes over to this right hand side in Mbolo. First time ball in into Marin, and that's a great goal from right winger to left winger, and fantastic ball in from Mbolo. They're having a look, see if it is offside, but I don't think it is. They're going to give the goal up. Lovely ball out to Mbolo, and how he got this ball crossed in, he wasn't even looking, and he's just wrapped his foot round it into the far stick where Marin's there waiting. He puts us 1-0 up. Corner, Marin, outswinger. Can he find a black and white shirt? And Bolo's there tussling with Edison, but he comes out claims relatively well, and they try and get the ball forward, and Tellier gets the ball down, but only as far as Bimbao. Lowe is on that right hand side, goes for goal, and he shoots just wide. Good counter attacking football from City there. Could have gone 1 apiece. Kovacic with the free kick, but Tellier gets the ball out. Now Larison fires the ball forward to Fetty Arp. It's a foot race between Arp and the central defenders, but no one's up there with him, and that's going to get cleared by Bilbao. Now down to Leon Bailey on this left-hand side. Lautaro Martinez takes the ball past Borcone, and it's a great save by Christians, and we get the ball clear. End-to-end stuff in this game against City. Tellier from a free kick, going to dink that ball into the far post. Teixeira is there and hits the foot of the post and goes wide. Mbolo driving forward at the City defence, pushes his touch a little bit too far, and Marie gets the ball clear. Teixeira now into Larison, finds Fetty Arp, spins, turns his man, but can't get past him. Lovely through ball to Mbolo, and he shoots, he scores. Great movement from Fetty Arp, coming off his man, coming a little bit deeper to pick up that ball. Great spin and a good ball through to Mbolo. Let's see it in 3D. Here we go, just drops off a little bit from his man. He turns his man, and this is a great little through ball to Mbolo, who's inside that left back, and it's a great finish. 2-0 just before half time. And there we have it, half-time whistle goes. Great half for us, but really good half for both teams. End-to-end stuff in this one. Marin just after 20 minutes and Mbolo just before half-time, putting us 2-0 up in this game. Going to go into the dressing room, and I'm just going to say, do not get complacent. Do not think that this game is won. City have got all the quality, especially with the bench they've got, to come back into this game. Borcone getting tackled there from Bilbao. He's already been booked, and now he's been sent off. Kieran Tierney comes on, and they go to a 4-2-3. No striker for them, and can we take advantage? Tellier goes for goal. Great save from Edison. Arp trying to get it back in, and Paqueta gets that ball clear. I think it's going to be all Newcastle in this second half. City down to 10 men. Just before the hour mark, Tierney gets the ball back in with a throw-in, and Kovacic ball out to this right-hand side. Bob Lowe on this right-hand side, but Luis Enrique with a fantastic tackle just shoves him out of the way and says, give us the ball. We go again. Maya into Marin on this left-hand side. Very deep on City. Lovely ball into Van der Hurst. Can he make it 3? No, it falls to Mbolo, and it was easier to score than miss and could have put us 3-0 up there. Van der Hurst again down this left-hand side into Arnie Meyer. Larison running this midfield at the minute into Meyer. Marin again. Larison, time and space, takes on his man, goes for goal, he shoots, he scores, and as I said, Andreas Larison is in a purple patch of form. His 10th goal of the season. I think it's his 5th goal in about 4 games. Good assist from Antonio Marin. Is back in form after 2 torrid years with injury. He beats his man 18 yards out, fires one past Edison. 3-0, game over. Final 3 minutes of injury time here. We're on the attack again. Can we make it 4? Leite driving forward, goes for goal, hits the crossbar, and Tierney gets the ball out to Bob Lowe, who just hoofs the ball forward, and Christians takes that ball under control. But yeah, Leite, along with Lauritsen, in absolute purple patch of form, been fantastic for us over the last 3 or 4 weeks in game, and just gave Leite a little bit of a rest and brought Teixeira in, and that is it. Newcastle 3, City 0. Bilbao sent off in the second half, really made it an easier second half, but we were 2-0 up after half time with Marin and Mbolo, and then Larison rounding the game off with 25 minutes to play. He gets up the play of the match, 8.5 for him. He's been fantastic, so much so that the big boys are now looking at him, and Bayern and Madrid are sniffing round our boy. But let's see how that leaves the league table, and where are we going to pick up next. The game week done on the 28th of December. We're going to go into 2027. 10 points clear. Like Tottenham dropped points at the Hawthorns. And yeah, we are the only team not to have been beaten this year. 19 wins, 1 draw, 46 goal difference, 58 points. So 10 points clear of Tottenham, and looking good for the quadruple as we sit. As I said, through to the third round, through to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We're in the third round action against Wigan in the FA Cup, and we've been drawn to Porto in the Champions League. We are going to be back at the end of the transfer window. We're going to bring you the Porto game and potentially the United game, but that could all change if we get through Southampton in the Carabao Cup semi-final. That United game will be cancelled, and we'll bring you the Carabao Cup final. Either or, you're going to get 2 games in the next episode tomorrow at 5:30. Well, that's it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss any more content. Remember, tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, we'll definitely bring you Porto, but it could potentially be a cup final in the Carabao Cup. I'll see you soon.